Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in to, well, not technically an out of schedule stream, but to a different time than usual. I felt like doing a bit of an earlier stream today, just to test it out a little bit. Wanted to see how it feels like. And in hindsight, probably would be better if I would have done this tomorrow, but now it's too late. Anyway, I wanted to do a chill stream anyway, especially after what happened yesterday with the end of Clair Obscure. Holy frick, this was so traumatizing. So yeah, we're gonna do a bit of a slower stream today, a bit of cozy. I have a cozy game prepared with Tavern Talk, a game I wanted to play for quite some time actually, and I never got around to it. Now I finally do. I've never played it so far, but from what I heard, it's like more of like reading and just, you know, having a tavern. The patrons come in, they tell their tales, you give them answers. There's actually a Twitch integration for it too. I don't know if we're gonna use it. I just wanna give this game a try for now, and let's see how it is. So yeah, this is the plan for today. I don't know how long the stream will be. Maybe it will be an hour, maybe it will be 5. Who knows? This is open. For however long this game hooks me. So yeah. And I would even say, without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. Because we like playing. Yeah. Are we gonna actually stop? I really like the music. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. First of all, let me switch over to my proper scene here. I just saw something that struck me as a bit of odd. Oh my god, this is supported by the German Ministerium of like, what the heck? I thought I misread this. Interesting. Yeah, welcome to Tavern Talk. Story heavy game where, from what I know, we are a tavern keep and listen to the stories of our patrons. At least that's what I got it so far. So there will be a lot of reading. As said, we'll see how long this stream will be, depending on how long my voice will keep up. But yeah, actually I wonder, it should be a nice game for the controller. Okay. I really should invest in a wireless one. So let's. Yes, this works too. Very nice. I think this is a game where controller might be a bit nicer. I've not bought the DLCs yet. Oh no, we're gonna. So we're gonna turn the music down a little bit. It's a bit loud. Oh, didn't want to do that. Just flicking through the menu actually. Trinkets wanted. Wanted wall. Wanted wall. What is this? Wanted. Shoe. Banned because he tried to pay his tab with a handful of pebbles. Sakura. Bet the most distinguished drink I have ever been given to undo. Poor little buddy gave me quite a look. AKL Trifecta would not stop yapping about hunting monsters, owning purses and being dragon-like. And Torsten. Oh wait, we need to move over a little bit. Was banned from avant-grade performance and table flipping temper. Warning, may start the brawl over musical critiques. What the heck? Headless. Banned for stealing every spoon. What is... Wanted, unknown. Banned for actively provoking bar fights between customers and then disappearing to watch the chaos somewhere else. Boisterous the boisterous. Poetry is radical, perhaps too radical to justify his crimes against humanity. How many are there? Oh, what a quite. God, quite a few. Oh, wow. Oh, is this L? These signs look really cool. They're all wanted. Oh, mint leaf looks cool. This is like some reward for backing the game or something? That like your OC is kinda established. It changed the end weirdly. Ah, it's really cute. It's really cute. And we have also the guest book. They're probably Smodius Mirad. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, we're gonna start together. We're messing around long enough in the menus. I wanna see the trinkets. Ah, those are collectibles, probably. Can get through the story. Okay. Don't forget to message, join the community. Play the game. Not create a save. He, him, they, them, she, her. I'm a he, him.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over.
Yeah, sure.
Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia. Not that far away. There was a tavern. My tavern.
Well, it was my tavern.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody.
The door handle
Even
looks really cool.
doors, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, death and destruction. I guess we're taking over the tavern? It looks really beautiful. Hiya, innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. You go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove. And then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranth hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. The hydra? What hydra? I even got to water the asters. It didn't really need it, but I was there, so sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces, or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. I do apologize. No nuts for you. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? I mean, it could potentially be an adventure into the hospital. Personally, I would not recommend. No, I think the cousin is saying, it is a perspective. It is a perspective. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though, I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So, a classic case of boredom, I see. A classic case of boredom, I see. You know that feeling? When nothing exciting is going on in your life? Of course. It's a very normal thing. Like, life isn't bad, but it's also not particularly fun. I mean, this is a very thing. I do have this sometimes too. Sometimes, you know, you're doing fine, everything is going well. No, nothing really bugs you, but it is just kind of boring. A slog, you could say. I completely understand that, Fable. Have you tried visiting a circus? I don't like circuses. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. Oh no, she's scared of heights. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. Oh no. Oh no, poor Fable. Oh no. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing. But what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never live through anything? A tale is not necessarily something you have witnessed yourself. A tale... I mean, I speak kind of an expertise here, you could say, as a tale teller myself. A tale is not necessarily something like an adventure you personally witnessed or you personally took part in. It's a story you heard, the moral of the story, the essence of the story that you're retelling. Of course, it is beneficial if you witness it yourself, because you can get the better nuances from. But ultimately, you cannot possibly despite me traveling through different worlds, I have not witnessed every tale I talk about. Not every mythical creature I ever mentioned I've seen with my own eyes so far. Because that's frankly quite a chore. And quite hard to achieve in some cases, to be fair. And my mere presence could also disturb this like a tale or something, so I need to be a bit careful. But a lot of things you just witness through like hearsay, through like the stories someone else started and you pick them up and continue telling them so they don't get forgotten. That's the important thing here. What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have a forest, and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song. I started writing. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph, that is pretty daring. That is pretty daring. Sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it's a nice flow to it. There's a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Hexes, maybe? I've never seen a nymph like fighting taxes. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of song can be written about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I wouldn't. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind. But apparently, like, my in-game self is a bit of a stickler here. So I guess I prefer... You can absolutely do it. Baby, you can do it. It's fine. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Nymph. Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for a long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Oh, weird. Yes. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Oh my god. We already have a familiar. Oh my god, he is adorable. Look at the big globy eyes. Oh, Ando. Ah, isn't he adorable? It's so cute. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Ando. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes on my journal. Let's have a look. Order. Oh. Oh, you pinned my order? I did. If I want to look for specifics, I checked my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. And I'm sure I know what was asked for of me. I browse my recipes. Can you just freehand mix something and see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw on the board. But if you pick the wrong one, I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistake to Ando. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try to make a drink. You've got this. Okay, so we need a swift strike. So this is what we need to achieve. Ah. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I like this mixing style. With a little bit of defense. Okay. And a little bit of intelligence. Swift strike. Thank you, Ando. Oh, no. Use Ando for the first time. I didn't want to use Ando. Finish the drink. Ding. Make your first drink. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What do you think it was happening? I thought it was just very good at sleight of hand. Oh, Favor. I do like Favor. She's very cute. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. It's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of. Aren't you scared that they be the end of you? Maybe. But how would I know if I never try? It's a very good sentiment. Do I actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. I'm gonna push you. Oh! Hello there. Can I get you something? How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma wouldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. Okay. Got not a much of a talk here, so a spoken heart is what we do. Another order. Spoken heart. And recipe. So we need a bit of charisma. And by bit I mean like a whole buttload. Okay. Then we need a little bit of strength. Oh wait, this is... Wait. Yep. Yeah, a bit more here. Yes. So, then just a pinch of strength. And a pinch of defense. Broken heart. Thank you, Ando. Ding ding. Ranks up. Of the little heart. Hello, Kelly. How are you doing? What is happening, Lux? We are currently running a tavern where we talk to our patrons and mixing drinks for them. How are you doing, Kelly? This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memory. Banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And the bone-shattering song. Sorrow. Almost. I'm doing well. That's very nice to hear. Glad you stopped by. I thought for a change of pace, I'm doing a bit of an earlier stream than usual. I know probably for you and most of the scuffs, it is it is very early in the morning, I think. I remember watching Faint Orba play this. I've had this on my radar for quite some time actually, and I wanted to give it a try for quite some time because it honestly Tavern Talk. I mean it just fits my vibe, honestly. It does just fit. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I get to watch you game between boring calls. Sign me up. Well, I'm glad to give you a bit of company. Uh, it's very sweet, and it is quite a difference to like Clay Obscure from yesterday. Um, Way less soul shattering.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Thank you, Kelly. I see you have discovered the new redeems I mentioned. God, I love it. So going to marathon it on Sunday. Ooh. Where you at in Clay Obscure? Hello, Panda. Dear Lord, Lux is live early today. Yes, I thought I would do an early stream today. I just want to try it. How are you doing, Panda? All right. The brooding typacy. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yep. Thanks for the books. I'm battling the second boss still in Act 2, I think. Second boss deal. Okay, so... Okay, I think I have a rough idea where you at. Can't really remember, it's been 3 weeks since I played. I get that. I beat the mask guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you still have a bit of Act 2 in front of you. And hello, gentleman berserker. Welcome to the tavern. How are you doing, my friend? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Oof, that hit hard. Got 3 more hours to work. You can do it, Panda. I believe in you. You can do it. I'm alive and clinging to sanity. I miss a full Lux stream. It's okay, Panda. I'll stream more often enough. And I know that tomorrow you will be here for the entire stream tomorrow because you're part of it. And gentleman berserker, I hope you can build up your sanity a bit while you're here. Bit of nice coziness helps with that. At least it helps me. Is the gang at best girl Lux? I've been awake for 23 hours. Oh my god. Berserker, go to bed. This is not healthy. You should not stay up that long. This is... Hope everything is only rather easy. I mean, I can come by to you and like hit you with a frying pan if that helps. You have trouble falling asleep? Tomorrow, I look forward to tomorrow. It's been a hot minute since we canned the bullshit. That up to you. I wish it was. Oh no. My brother says my dream are a fool's errand. That I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we are meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yeah, sounds like she's trapped in a sort of tradition. She wants to break out of it, and I completely understand that. You don't always just want to do what... You just want to experience stuff for yourself without having people tell you what you're supposed to do. I completely understand that. It's completely valid. Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe border of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventures. Boredom will feel like a bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. It's a beautiful dream. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? Absolutely correct. Yeah, there is not... You don't have to go all or nothing. You don't have to leave everything behind just to experience freedom. But a little adventure is good to get more experience. To learn new things. Who might help you out down the line even. Or maybe it'll just bring you joy. I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think they'd be fine without me. And you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if I did? That would be a dream come true. Your own genie fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Aww. I hope we could help Fable a bit. Oh, hello there. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment. Keep. Last time I checked, yep. That's an absolute Lux answer, by the way. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Kerlin. You can call me Care, or Lin. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lin? What can I do you for? What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. You want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No. No quests for me. But I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Okay, apparently we also distribute quests. Heard from a werewolf making trouble up in Trigarian. Terrors and farmers tearing sheep apart. The whole program. Werewolf mayhem. Room unlocked. The werewolf. That's news to me. Listen, me too. I didn't see one in almost a decade. And that was far south. Tavern. Nomady. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with the one romance. Is this a Twilight reference? Is this a Fluff and Twilight reference? Give me the one with the vampire. Yeah, it is. It is not the Twilight reference. I cannot believe it. Think so? Ah. That just split society into two camps. Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Oh my god, can we stop with the meta commentary here? Which one are you in, Keep? Do I have to pick one? I do not care. Okay, am I werewolf or am I vampire? Oh, no. Like, generally, I do prefer vampires over werewolves. I do not like the Twilight vampires. Glittering in the sun and everything. Ah, yeah, let's go vampires. Ah, so you're into the fangs, are you? Innkeep never tells. You little rascal. I like you. Oh my. Um, oh, you're making me blush here. Likewise, what can I do you? What about you? Vampires. Why? The wolf's too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. Just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You couldn't tell. Oh no. Oh, same fate befell Aunt Olga. Oh no. I think your family has a little bit of a posture issue. Like they're all hunchback. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, the heck had it coming. Oh boy. Never fall behind your grooming schedules. Oh, before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Yeah, I thought specifically hunt vampires. I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. On me. Should they get into a dangerous situation, they just have to start playing fetch. That works? On Indog, trust me. So are you telling me it works on... I mean, does it work on you too? Good to know. Thanks, Carolyn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Yeah, and I don't know if I pronounced the Care. Because A-E in German is pronounced E. So I say Care. Carolyn. I hope it's correct. Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. It's Lux. L-U-X. Just Lux. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep. And before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. Would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Gotcha. Okay, you want something strong. Order. Something with 3 drops of strength. So, probably the Southern Brawl. The recipe. So, we need 1 part of charisma. 1 part of charisma. We need 1 part of defense. And 3 parts strength. Southern Brawl. Bottom up. Cup is very fancy. A drink with 0 water. It's requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you be headed now from here? Abspeck West. Through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to be taken care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. I won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims our crops have been stolen by undead snails. What? Undead? Undead? Kelly, did you do something with the snails? Did you revive the snails? Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west. So, listen. Yeah, I get it. You need to practice on something. And not always be rats. Unless they're just snails. Might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. Some people may even call it recycling. It's one way to put it. Yes, yeah. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Now I got it. I practice ethical necromancy. I do thorough testing before human trials. Gotta work up the ladder, you know? Yes, if you start with snails, and then you get a little bigger, you know, might do like a squirrel. Then you go, maybe like an eagle or something. Good morning, Lux. It's far from evening. It's far from evening. It's like it's getting close to 4 p.m. but so it's not evening. It's the afternoon. But hello, Sunny. Welcome in. Welcome to the tavern. We were just talking about
Lizard, 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 lizard.
I think. Yeah, we got a few new redeems, by the way. 6 in total, in fact. Which I handcrafted over the last few, well, not a few days. I just like hyper fixated on it for a couple of hours. I still need to tweak a few things, but my team is just for Sunny. I mean, for Sunny, I mean it's not a chicken, but it's close to it. Let me redeem this very quick. I also really much like this one. Honk. I think there's not much use digging up the past. Just going to open up wounds, staple shut, or eat your face. Yeah, those face-eating undead snails. I get it. If you saw your TikTok, Sun is hooked on that lizard. If you saw our TikTok, I don't use TikTok. I don't use TikTok. This is like one side I absolutely refuse to use personally. But I mean, I'm also absolutely hooked on the lizard. It is so funny. It's like one of the best memes in a long time. The past haunts everybody willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I'm exactly up for philosophing. You started the conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me, or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. But sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Sure, let's do the tutorial. Fine. Guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Oh boy. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal, so I don't forget. Smart. Think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets. Your quest page. Just drag them over, and make sure they are all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select a quill of yours, and it will be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Kaylin. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Okay, so, usual amount of undead seem to be haunting. No. He was playing fetch. Everyone told me about a werewolf whose roaming potential has been seen in the southwest, a nomad. So, oh my god, there's this little S thingy written on it. How are you kidding me? I probably have to assemble it in correct order. The Vukakin Kerlin told me about a werewolf who roamed around Kergin, a potential threat to the villagers. And a werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist it. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. I don't care. The banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing on the song. This is something else. Okay. So I guess we complete the quest. A werewolf on detours. The recipient Vukovin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Dagon from Erwin. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take the quest and save Targaryen from this werewolf mayhem? Innkeep. Okay, we made our first quest. Aww. He's so cute. It's the first day. Act 1, The Way for In. 2, Resolute Bravery. 58th of the Wake. At the day. Quest taken. Oh, welcome back, Fable. Lizard. I mean, yeah, technically, yeah, it's a lizard. Adam Ranger. Fable Verfina. Okay, there we got like... Ah, it was a she, her. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought it was a guy, Kerlin. Okay, sorry about that, Kerlin. Might be more hooked than I am. Yeah, I mean Dainty has her own custom lizard. Okay, so I wasn't sure if... I thought there might be a woman, but I then thought more guy, but apparently it was a woman. Sorry I gave you a male voice, Kerlin. And Fable. Hey, them. Okay. Alignment. Oh god, they have alignment and arcana. God. This is really detailed. Rumors, quests, logs, without drinks. stats for drinks. Infusions, we don't have that. And we have our map. We're in the Northern Republic here. Okay, this is a Northern Republic. Ah, and this is where the quest is, isn't it? Northern Republic, Mooseberry. Mossbury. The Highlands. Interesting. Left a fable. I found this on a notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Trigarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe the hooded guy from yesterday? And maybe the hooded guy from yesterday. Not yet. What kind of hero are you looking for? One that knows the ways around a difficult terrain. Woodsy. Preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want that quest. I am good with a bow? Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. Is she able to go on her adventure? Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, what I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know, forests. You live in a forest. Hello, Elistra. Cute elf. Yeah, she's absolutely adorable. How are you doing? And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier, because there's also human. But you've talked to humans before? And you got silver arrows, their birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did. But then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or take the werewolf. Which is worse. Or talk to the werewolf. Which is worse. Yeah, socially excited, it really is. Rather fight it than to talk to it, I get it. Good at work, how about you? I'm doing good too. Not at work, thankfully. Because I'm very fortunate in the fact that I have Fridays off. Except next week Friday because everybody else is on vacation. But it's fine. But yeah, I'm doing good. Just helping my elven friend Fable here to get over her anxiety and over her boredom. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took quite the turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest back? To take the quest? To take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly, I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime? Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. That's ominous. You sell bones only to slimes. Where? Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You just have to pick them up from the forest floor. Oh no, paper. Don't talk like that. Oh my god. We have ads starting up in a few seconds, so I'm gonna do a little break here. Oh no, poo. Fatal. The game is really fun. I didn't expect it to get that hooked. I was a bit worried that it might be a bit boring, but it's really nice to play. Sorry by the way for the little sound here. I always have like stuff on my desk to like with what I have in my hands to like play around with when I'm not like having my hands on the controller or on the keyboard. And you have a little crystal thingy I got gifted recently. Or recently, like half a year ago. I forgot what it was. Was it an appetite? What was it called? The blue stone is not lapis. Not lapis lazuli. What was it called? And I also have like a little Joy-Con. Like a broken Joy-Con from a Switch here. Which I think I talked about this. Like I repaired my Switch like quite a while back. Like just 1.5 years ago or something like this. And ever since I have like this broken Joy-Con from the Switch lying around on my desk to like fiddle around with. It's like a good, like a stress toy a little bit. Actually, those little cube thingies you can hold in your hand with like the Joy-Con, buttons and switches, just to like keep your hands occupied. I don't know how I developed this tick that I always have like. Also, when I'm like sitting at my desk at work or something, I always like flip, like play around with a pen or something, or with a screwdriver, whatever I have on hand. Like a nervous tick. You were born with a stress toy? No, I was not born with a stress toy. How did you get that? Eh? No, I'm wait, with the emote, you mean Berserker? Berserker! I don't know what you are doing in your time off, but this is I'm not even going. I'm not even going to entertain this fact. Nope. Welcome back from ad hell, everybody. That's a very cute emote, though. So, okay, so Fable, there will be no need to picking up your bones from it. Oh. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up a free bones. Oh boy. Savage. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but I would like... It would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods. The world. The worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen. Oh, my bones starting to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. I mean, I do prefer orange juice. No, that's not correct. I prefer apple juice, in fact. Well, heroes have history given. Have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes, epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Oh, my first encounter with the Amaranthian Hydra. Oh, the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. If nobody wants to... I want to know all of them, honestly. But yeah, more of the person stuff. Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be. Nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of the whole kingdom. Everybody would pass by it, except for me. I get caught in it. Rip my coat. Did it happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me everywhere. Like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming. And they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or accessories. They always got my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping emeralds. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing. Weeping? Like a baby. All day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. Never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hawkweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. I cannot ask about the other stuff too. The Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God your word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvian spirits, It gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant, up in Trigarian, recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor, and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glare on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got the hold of me and I led them astray. Must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before, but this time I did. Couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my eyes and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know, the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders though. For some stupid reason, I let them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewell when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of everyone in their gatherings. How am I supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the Wyvern Chimera that resides in the Quack Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. He's just so nervous. Or they are just so nervous. They them. Well, just a day after it arrived, the guard to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burnt them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthian Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at the biscuits and at me, and it said, By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthian Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest! Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, as I know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If I had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote. when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Adventures don't come tied up in neat, mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story fable, no matter how hard you try, and shame yourself for them. The first one is nicer. I like you the same nonetheless. You do? Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think the stories would be very interesting. Fable the messy adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality on the other hand. Great non-guy might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Inkeep. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? Seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true? You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. I have to find that out then. Like on a quest, for example. Don't you think it's a little underleveled? I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So, what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. Didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't give up. I decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero. Charmer of nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do I have something that can make me more nimble and quiet, so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that could help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just hungry. It's just a hungry lost lichen, after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please, keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can freely influence my fate. It would change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Backseat mixing, I love it. Hello, Ando, how are you doing? So, okay, so from what I get, we basically now have a choice. And I feel like I'm going with the charisma one here. Spoken Heart. We could go with the swiftness, but I like the idea of pep talking and giving him a hug. So Let's make the spoken heart. So this is... Oh. Need a little bit of strength. A pinch of defense. And a whole lot of charisma. Ding ding! Bottoms up! This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending a farm. A lot of farmers, there's a lot of farmers in Trigon. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. Bye. Have some faith in yourself. Hey, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly. If I ever did end up taking a quest, so... I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess its natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, you can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. First, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Good luck, Fable. I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Oh, this guy again. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Would you try to be a bit more specific? Spoken heart one tasted. Fine. Thank you. Okay, spoken heart it is. Guess we're mixing a lot of those today. Let's make him talk a bit. So, and a pinch of strength. Boy, this guy needs a lot of charisma to be able to talk. I wonder what happens if we're giving him an extra pinch. Ding ding. Spoken heart just for you. Maybe will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Like make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Not really much of a talker, is he? Oh boy, what happened to you two? Vampire and dwarf with... Careful. Step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not another one of those empty blabbers. Would you prefer a different line? Let's see. Ale and well-met adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that feels wrong somehow. Would you try the one where I just serve drinks quietly? Fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so. Planning to try and peer into my backstory? Probably. But I'm warning you. I'm very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. You calling me an NPC? Why are you ignoring me? Not yet. Not ye. Innkeep. The innkeep is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. In that, that thing on your shoulders, is it quirky too? What thing? My cape? Your cape? That's not his cape. The green fella on his shoulders is an ooze. Or what's left of it. The rest of it on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how this happened? It just did. Maybe I can offer you to a drink in exchange for the story. And your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. Very careful. He's very careful. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frédéric Ducour Dusang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well. Okay. This vampire is so goofy. His expression alone. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or, if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my or looks like it. Red is looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I look for something with red in it. Okay, something red. Jesus. An order. Yeah, I guess this will be the one. So, a pinch of charisma. We never used intelligence so far. A pinch of defense. And a whole lot of strength. Sudden brawl. Borders up. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe a chaser that could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Raya Frost Grip. Nice to meet you. Oh, this is also a gal. I always forget that the female dwarfs also grow beards. I always forget that. I'm keeping the rugged voice though. It just fits. Yeah, skip. Did it just skip me? Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable. Though tough like a mountain. Caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons. Looks close enough. Coming right up. Never made a frosted lagoon before. Okay. Inch of charisma. Inch of strength. And a lot of defense. Bing. Taste of Ur just for you. Valued customer number 2. You're hidden the placeholder text. Let me try. I see. Many things, but you're not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Ria, Kyle, what about that Oozville story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Alright. Picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolvermer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There was, minding my own business, and digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big pile of gold. And suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp, on it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? Nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you. Oh, right. Custom found room unlocked. Did the ooze also eat your cape? Eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Oh no, the guy is crying. Anyways. I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when the ooze slapped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug. And hit and dug. And hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he... Oh god, oh god! And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh, yes. A big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Borubia. And perhaps it can even get me a hand in your cape. I don't think so, sunshine. We had a deal. We did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was the deal again? I get you to Borubia, and you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet. In return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? I don't even bother. Lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their capes. You know where I put the me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! I thought she was saying up your ass. Oh. So I can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle. Maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could. Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you. But for what we'd need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strode of Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought was, of course I can find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. It's a cloak of invisibility. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important the fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then, what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear the most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, Leech. Oh. What? My cape. Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her. That thief of thieves to rob me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago. Wait, what? What wait, vampires can take out their hearts? But my cape. I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. We're not in the hot air balloon right now, but that's rough, buddy. At least she didn't turn into the moon. Perhaps. Innkeeper. That's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in Novella again. Yes, I think we'll find some adventurer. We're setting up a search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep in the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like the witch's bosoms. Towers the mansions of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of Men. Flamenco champion of 1467. Oh, that's impressive. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. Puppy Berry. She bites. And you may be invisible now. Alright, I think I got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'll sure have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Inky, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. Let's see what I can do. Okay. Just notice we can... Oh my god, he is so cute! Can pet him again. He's so cute. He's so adorable. Okay. The glass is empty. Let's get started. Okay. Another frozen lagoon. I always want to pour it with A2. 1, 2, 3. Of those. I like the fact that the cork is a sword. Very cute. First lagoon. Bottoms up. Just looking around. I don't know. Some stamina, a liquid stamina for a valued guest. Right. Got it right again. Might even last till day 4 with this. Carl, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails ye. The whole way here, we were complaining about having to walk. My bed form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is still itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? A vampire sunbathing. Now I have heard everything. Oh my god. He's such a mess, Kyle. Oh my god, you're such a mess. You silly goober. Oh, right. Innkeeper! You have a drink to protect me from the sun. Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of Chimera saliva for sun protection. Very sunscreen. A chimera. Beast made out of several animals. But 3 heads and all. Made by the dragons. God Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten the delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of saliva. I'm sure it would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get me there? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Ria, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but the shovel. Nothing on me but a shovel and ooze scoop. I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make another quest for my trusted bot. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as the fearless adventurer picks up and succeeds. Especially that part. Check something. Can I create the quest right now? Just curious. Got a lot of rumors collected. Probably at the end of the day or something. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Thank you. While we're waiting for someone to do this. To his work for him. Yeah, perhaps a rumor or two? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. Got a couple of barred upper rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real boy one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creatures. Ah, now I can make new quests. Okay. A quirky vampire is looking for escape. He seems a bit confused and wanted to go on a stroll in the sun. Banshee is haunting. Might be... Okay, we need... Hides the Mary Morgan. A spirit prone running man, woman, and... Okay, this is something else. I mean, it stands a chance against the grueling curses of the sun, saliva, the chimera. Okay, it's also something. Okay, wait, the chimera stuff is up here. Vampire last saw escape on his wedding day. Evelyn? No. Usual amount of undead snails. The Something of shimmer. Drowning man. At the foot of Witch's Raft resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temperess of man. Be wary of invisible threats. Is the order important? Uh-huh. Hey there, Evelyn. On a mild summer morning, a senile is good. The vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that that he lost his cape at the wedding, where his ex-wife Countess Evelyn stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Raft's peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware she might be invisible. Okay, we got one quest. And then we got the Chimera one. Might be on the menu. The one thing that stands a chance against the growing curse of the sun is Chimera. So is Aunt Matilda went. A full spirit. It's in Hydra. It's also... Okay, but we don't have enough rumors, I think. This is a Chimera, not an Hydra. On the riverbanks of Shivermere. We don't have any more. The Banshee is something else. This is the Hydra, this is not a Chimera, this is the Undead Snails, and this is the Mary Morgan. A spirit. Okay, so we cannot do the quest for the Chimera right now, because we are lacking on information. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're lacking information. Huh? How's the Hydra? Oh! A Chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Ah, that's the important part. Ah! Ah! Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides the vibrant Chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasures to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk into the broad sunlight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the Chimera, not the werewolf, and not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Maybe we get a... Does a rat work too? Callie, can we send you on an adventure for the Chimera? For the Chimera saliva? Okay, but the day concluded. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one. This game is really fun. I like it. New friends and former enemies. So I guess Fable will probably not come by today because she's most likely on her quest. A shipment of infusions finally arrived. This morning, I now have access to fake crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Ah! Oh, Fable is back too. Hello, Kellen. Keep a drink for me and this lanky pal. I think I need to give Kellen a more female voice. A rugged female voice. It's good to see you too, Kellen. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems to be a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not. So you two didn't form a party? No. No. Oh. Then what's a drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was going to kill him. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Uh-oh. One died? No. Alfie here was able to prevent it. Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. What? Wait. Wasn't Carolyn about, like, I don't care about the werewolf, let someone else do it. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think he's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remembered you saying you didn't want this quest, Kalen. I didn't. Was there by any chance? We're both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Arranging doesn't pay what it used to. They'll steal other people's sheep. Mind your own business. How did any of these lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming boot of the quest fame. Mabel, you're over 100 years old. We're friends and I like you. I don't need to tell me your entire life story. Actually reminds me of a small thing. Okay, here we don't know. Actually, Rhea is older than Fable. Alphonse, Louise, Frederic, the book, the song. I'm really curious to see how many people we're gonna meet at the end. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the border of Trigarin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. You have troubles in the dog? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thank gods. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you would do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Oh no. Please, Kerle. Please, Kerle, don't give them ideas. Just kidding. Anyway. Luckily, darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. Is that not normal? Yeah, normal? What? Nothing. It's so dark in here, I can't... so dark in here, I can't hear you. Okay, I heard a creaking fence. Footsteps. And footsteps that were failing to keep quiet. Ears are failing to be at being small. So I snuck closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape, picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all the courage and stepped out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf, please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her. And maybe that could help her calm down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck is a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one. Or both, you know, it can be both. It can be polite and insane. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. It wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or the not werewolf, responded with a "what?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And then she asked why. And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No. Did you just lick your nose? Khaled. Okay. No. I asked, who are you, a god? I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had rippled a hole into the fabric of reality. And then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please. It was barely a bark. I keep licking your nose. Did you do that before too? Did I just not notice it? And it made the blood freeze in the veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared at the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow gleaming eyes. Even with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Kaelin and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's Aid? No, Dylan did. I noticed the wolf's vandal rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old... Hey, why can't I say that? Oh my god, actually. What the... I cannot swear in here. Youth protection, the age training system is quite high. Oh no. Oh no, it's getting better again. Oh no. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Possessed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought him up before, you know? Haven't seen the old man in years. Was copping about it be a joke. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable, angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fender. He had more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Feder behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him, and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Anyways, I always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. Oh, sorry. I think we have an ad coming up right now, in a second. So, we actually gonna use this little ad break for me to also take a quick little break. So I'll be right back after a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna keep the music running in the background. So, yeah. Quick little break time while ads are about to start. And we're back. Yeah, it's almost over. Perfect timing. Let's wait a couple of few seconds. And the ads are over. Welcome back, everybody, from ad jail. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and by enjoy, I hope you enjoyed that it's over now. And we're gonna continue. Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get her attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky and I ended up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But I got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they don't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course, but they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Look mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. Yes. I sat them down and did my best to be an immonstrable object between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. Was. Wouldn't have stopped from for them. What? With the size of a stick? You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Kerlin and their miscommunication. Feud. A feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the change and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. It's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we would have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But it only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or Wukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, feeding sheep. So okay, so it is a Wukakin that is also a werewolf. Interesting. Something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness. The unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. I mean, they have a point. But I had to talk about it. Silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Better and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Yes, a hug did feel better than a greatsword in this gut. Wonderful. Looking a bit green there, Fable. More than usual. Oh, I'm just getting colorblind. Of course, there's still the problem, the whole werewolf thing. He did got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely contain. Was Fable always that green skin? Did they just not realize that she has? Did they just realize she has a green skin the entire time, or is this Or is something wrong with my eyes? This is so weird. He helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept that he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course it won't be easy, no change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. And sounds like a bunch of... It's real. A crescent moose. I introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and I promised they would take care of him and help him deal with his lycanthropy. It sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I liked it. So, after the heroic therapy session, you two decide to grab a drink together? But offer to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for me. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Wouldn't think they live here or... Did you report back about the quest? Glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! That's something about it being for you, keep. Oh really? Yeah? It's not finished yet. But I'll let you know, I promise. Wasn't that hard, was it? Well... So, a drink. What can I offer you, Kalen? Surprise me. Something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Okay. We make the strength one again. It's our most popular drink, I feel like. Our most popular ingredient, so to say. And just a smidge of defense for a well-rounded flavor. Ding ding! Drinks up, bottoms up. Surprise. Not bad. Should do this professionally. One might say I already do. I'll think about it. Abel, what about you? You have something that can calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Sure. So the usual for her. Swift strike. So. A bit of intelligence, a bit of defense, and a lot of agility. The swift strike is ready. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, that is perfect. You look tired. You considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So you do. And so do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Kellen, you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing is what it is. I have a room available. You can stay there. Huh. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. You considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. It would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? It's a very tall order. Ah, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Kaylin first. But I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world. And you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon? See you soon. Oh, I'm glad for Fable that it was a success. And that they got to be friends with Kaylin. Oh, see you again. The mysterious stranger. Good evening to you too. Oh, quest taken. Quest. He wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. Mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. It's Zephyr! Oh my god, it's Zephyr! Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally. Physically. Emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take that quest. Go to the castle. Get that cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one is gone to the castle yet. So if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. Do you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors. Whisperings. Strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has? Once. At a vampire mixer. Interesting. So, she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No. She had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yes. Would guess she looked pretty dead below that. I drank your Geoda. Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. I'm not gonna elaborate where I get my blood from. This is a secret. Nobody needs to know about the blood farm. Yes. Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up. But all animals seem to steer clear of Merrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to emerges into her land in one way or another is a grave. A pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep, like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb. Something still alive. Or of a goth. Or for a goth. Yeah, absolutely. Goth for a vampire. He seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with it? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Oh, or you're not worth the coin in your pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's head. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind, gone before I even notice I'm there. So I could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bill. What about some interior decoration? Like what, for example? Just something pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that could also double as a decoration? Like chair? I think a whole chair would be a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. The walls are a bit too empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to the eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few steps. Would you like some? No. Too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember, because you barely noticed me in the shadow. I was so stealthy, spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after that adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. It's finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Freeing. What wild magic do you have to offer? Infusions unlocked. For the purpose, I think you could benefit from either some fake crystals or frozen pinecone. Frozen pinecones have absorbed some of the natural's ice property. It can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fake crystals hail from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. Also got some Phoenix chilies. But I don't think those would be very useful in your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. They must be strong and vigorous. If I want to, I want my stake in her heart before her fangs. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. That's not appealing. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Perhaps. The smart route would be to evade her wrath entirely. Stealth her. Steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such a thing would be appropriate. Approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen. Should my speed and agility not be enough? Help me with this decision and keep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful on how to interact with the other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way that I have to use different ingredients than usual. Should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape. Mix it correctly. Maybe I should try adding an infusion first and adjusting drink from there. Give it a try. Okay. Okay, there are the infusions. Oh, they look cool. We are trying for the invisibility thing. Okay. We're trying for the invisibility. And the dexterity. Okay. Go up. So, we need a bit of swiftness. More. We already have the wisdom. So, we do the defense. So, and because of the crystal, we already have the wisdom and 1 point in dexterity. Finish the drink. And an infusion to mix the drink of your choice. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Alec breath. Not quite. But that's a good name. May I steal it? Do not ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse. But a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink? Garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like not garlic, but just as fearsome. To a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No. Only absence of it. I 100% agree with this. It makes 2 of us. Makes 3 of us. I mean, I guess I'm the innkeep, so hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared to fight, but I won't need one if my steps are swift and quiet as the wind. If she can see me. Goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bit and... Oh, Kellen! Quest taken. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? When we continue, I just want to check out... E-Day, Rogue. Chaotic Good. God love neutral. Chaotic neutral, neutral good. What? Sleep? How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No. Beds are just too comfortable. It's hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would like a drink as a compensation. I think I already said that. Make me something strong. It will wake me up. And keep me up at that. I mean... maybe we spice it up a little bit. I wanna give it a... let's see. What if we add one of those? She said something about spice it up, so... about we spice. Southern Brawl with a little fiery twist. Probably just what she would like. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kalen. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see, it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Faber. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, I feel like my bones are disintegrating and forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. I could by taking Alfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So, does the life is for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Yeah, vampire get their chimera good themselves. It's a violent chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. That's absolutely true. Well, that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. No, because we know she likes vampires. We already talked about this. Does it make you nervous? No. I didn't mention you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a great sword 3 times the size of your head? Okay. I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kinda blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches from riches all the time. And they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with their doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous? Ain't that either. And what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one. Or to survive one. This is like a great opportunity for you then. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's in about Guardians? It's less about the Guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the Chimera. It's a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What about the dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? Yeah, cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of the creations on her journey. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. A little keepsake from them and all. So it's one of those. Pass it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of the dragons one last time. The family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it's almost like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did I ever tell you about the Wyvern Chimera? Oh. No, she was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones. Different varieties of scales. Even a cow one, I think. What, Heidi? But never found a Wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. And that I do. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. Is this talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. Dragons are cool. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical. They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You just ask them for their magic. Not sure about the wing. You can just ask them for the magic. Not sure about the wings. Ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword. And my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. You say so. Doesn't that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Kellen? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear I have some incredible infusions to offer that greatly help you with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? Reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Better quick and toothy. So I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it. Play it right. Need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Should I want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix chili would make you fire resistance. Could be very useful in a fight. Dragons are stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with the chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of the fancy tricks. Don't care which one you pick. It's your job. Figure it out. Okay, technically we already gave her a chili, but sure. Sparking Nebula. We cannot really make the brains one with the chili now, can we? Oh, maybe we could try. See what happens. Okay, no, let's feed undo. Yeah. Remove infusion. Okay, let's... I wanna try this one. Sparking Nebula. So sparkly, right, Undo? Wow. Let's give it that. We get it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned this with some trickery. Does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds? How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problem. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear from your exploits upon your return. Okay, both of the vampires quests are taken. That's very good. So, let's feed undo. Swipe the floors. And blow out the candles. So, nothing with a quest to make. So, we gonna end it for today here. I already noticed that I'm getting kind of slurry with my reading. I think this might be a good point to stop for today. The game is really fun though, I have to admit. I really can see myself playing it more often. And I think it's also a nice in-between game. So, let me check. So none of my usual friends are online at this time of day. So, let's see who else might be online right now. Shitori is online, I think. I think she's drawing right now. Could be a nice, yeah, she's drawing right now. I think she's drawing Dragonite. So yeah. Let's stop by Shiatori and watch her draw a little bit. Let me get the raid message up real quick. And not mistype it optimally. There it is. And let's start the raid. Name. So. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for Sea of Thieves with the dearest Kelly, Dainty, and with Panda. Where we set sails on the 7 seas to get treasure and create chaos. Until then, have a nice start into the weekend. And I see you all soon. Until then, bye-bye. Kelly, it's far from night for me. It is 6 p.m. It is far from night for me, but still thank you. Okay, time for the raid.